Have you ever felt that something is about to happen between you, but you don't know if it's a sign of destiny or just an illusion? What if I told you that this card could reveal exactly what he feels, what he plans, and what could change in your love story in the coming days? The tarot never lies. And if this card appeared for you today, it's because an important decision is being made behind the scenes in the universe. But will this choice be in your favor, or a warning that you can't ignore? Have you ever had that strange feeling that something is about to change? As if the universe is trying to show you a sign, but you don't know exactly how to interpret it? Maybe it's an insistent thought about someone, a memory that comes from nowhere, a different energy in the air, as if the paths of love were being redrawn before your eyes, but you still couldn't see the full picture. Something is moving, something is happening, and the tarot is ready to reveal what could change your love, destiny from now on. The signs are all around you, but have you been paying attention? Sometimes the answer we are looking for has already been given, but we are too busy trying to find a logical explanation for what the heart feels. And the heart rarely follows logic. It vibrates at another frequency. He feels before he understands. He knows before he sees. But what if I told you that right now there is a powerful energy directly influencing his feelings? That something inside him is changing, wavering, and that this change could be what defines whether you will stay together or whether something could keep you apart forever? The connection between you was never by chance. There is an invisible thread connecting your energies, pulling and tensioning with each thought, each memory, each unspoken desire. You feel that, don't you? As if something bigger was at stake, as if this story still had pages to be written. But does he feel the same? Does he also notice this invisible force, this attraction that seems to surpass time and logic? Or are there doubts, uncertainties, fears preventing him from seeing clearly what he really wants? The answer has already begun to form. Cards have a unique way of revealing what is hidden, of bringing to light truths that we don't always want to see. They don't lie, they don't deceive, they just reflect what is already vibrating in the universe. And the letter that appears now could not be more significant. She talks about choices, connections, paths that intertwine and diverge, desires that fight against doubts. She is a reflection of what is happening in his heart right now. If this card has appeared, it means that a decision needs to be made, that he's at a pivotal point in his journey, where love becomes a portal to something greater, or a maze of uncertainty. This card reveals that feelings exist, but something inside may be dividing his mind and heart. He feels it, but hesitates. He wants to, but ponders. He surrenders, but at the same time retreats. And it is exactly this duality that can define your future. This is not a simple letter. Its meaning goes far beyond the obvious. She doesn't just talk about love, but about destiny, of choice, of energetic alignment between two souls who, on some level, have already recognized each other. But is he ready to see that? Has he realized that you are not just another story, but a milestone on his journey? Or is he still lost in his own doubts, resisting something that has already been written by the universe? The Lovers. This is the letter that was revealed today, and its emergence is no coincidence. Its meaning carries immense power over the future of your relationship. But before understanding what this really means, we need to look deeper into this connection, because this card can mean both great love and deep doubt, a reunion marked by destiny, or a hesitation that could separate you. And that's what we're going to unveil. Now tell me, when that letter appeared, what was the first thing that crossed your mind? Do you feel that this energy is already acting on your love destiny? Comment below, because sometimes the answer you're looking for is already within you, and sharing can be the first step to seeing it clearly. And if this message resonated with you, like this video and subscribe to the channel. By doing this, you not only strengthen this connection with the universe, but you also help this energy reach more people who need this revelation. After all, nothing happens by chance. The enamorados do not appear by chance. This card carries a call, a breath of the universe that echoes between two souls linked by something greater. What exists between you is not a simple temporary connection. It is an invisible knot that, no matter how much it is pulled in opposite directions, never completely undoes. And now, that bond finds itself at a point of tension. There are feelings, there is desire, there are memories that insist on staying alive, but there are also doubts, open paths, possibilities that can change everything. When this card appears, destiny becomes a board where each move can define a different future. What does he feel? What does he think? Has he already realized that there is something special between you, or is he still trying to make sense of it all? The lovers speak of true feelings, but also of a moment of choice, and that is what makes this card so intense. If you feel like things between you have been confusing, that there's uncertainty hanging in the air, this could be the answer. He knows there is something strong here, but perhaps he still doesn't have the courage to give himself completely. It could be the fear of repeating past mistakes, the insecurity of not knowing how to deal with such an intense feeling, or even the presence of another person in the path. What if there is someone else? This is one of the mysteries of this letter. She doesn't always talk about love triangles, but when that happens, the choice becomes even more difficult. It may be that he is torn, not just between two people, but between two paths, between two versions of the future that he cannot predict. The heart may be pointing one way, but reason holds it in the other. He feels the magnetism between you, but something stops him from giving himself completely. And it is exactly at this point that everything can change. The big question here is not just what he feels, but what he will do with those feelings. The enamorados speak of a decisive moment, a crossroads where free will takes control. If you feel like he's been distant, pensive, sending mixed signals, this card confirms what your intuition already suspected. He's processing this connection, trying to understand how far he's willing to go, and perhaps he himself doesn't have that answer yet. The universe has already positioned the pieces on the board, but the next move depends on it, and from you. Because the lovers don't just talk about his choice, but also about yours. Are you waiting for him to decide for you? Could it be that, deep down, you already know which path you want to take, but are you afraid of what that decision might mean? Tarot not only reveals hidden truths, but also brings to light what already vibrates within your energy. If this card appeared today, it could be a sign that it's not just him who needs to make a choice, but you too. And that choice is not easy. When it comes to love, it's natural that we want signs, certainties, guarantees. But the lovers don't offer ready-made answers. They only illuminate what is already happening behind the scenes of destiny. Now, it's up to you to interpret what you feel, what you perceive, what is already being shown by the universe. Do you feel this connection is worth it? Do you feel he is ready for this delivery? Or is there something inside you that already knows you deserve more? The cards speak, but it's up to you to listen to them. And now, I want to know, did this reading resonate with your story? Do you feel that this decision is already being made, even if silently? Comment below. I accept the truth if this energy makes sense to you, and let's continue unraveling the tarot signs together. When the lovers appear in a love reading, they not only speak of deep feelings, but of a crucial moment where everything can change in ways that you may not yet be able to see. This card vibrates at an intense frequency where love and doubt go hand in hand. But what does this really mean for you? If you feel that he has been different, distant, hesitant, this letter may be an exact reflection of what is going on inside him. Words are not always able to translate what the heart feels, and often, silence says more than any rehearsed speech. The enamorados show that there is an internal battle going on, a fight between desire and fear, between the impulse to surrender and the insecurity that holds it back. And this may be generating contradictory signals, moments in which he seems to be present, involved, interested, and others in which he seems to slip through your fingers like sand. Have you ever felt this? As if he were there, but at the same time somewhere else? As if something is pulling you away, even when the looks say otherwise? If this connection has already gone back and forth, this card suggests that cycles need to be understood before they can be broken. Tarot not only shows what is to come, but reveals hidden patterns that we often repeat without realizing it. Is there something that always repeats itself between you? The same situation, the same breaking point? Something that, no matter how much time passes, always seems to bring you back to the same dilemma? Lovers talk about choices, and if this card appears for you, it's because that choice doesn't just belong to him, but to both of you. If you are apart, this card carries an even stronger meaning. It may indicate that he still thinks about you, that the connection has not been completely broken, but that there is something preventing him from taking the next step. What would it be? The pride, the fear of reliving something that didn't work out? Or does he feel he needs to choose between the past and the future? Because sometimes that choice isn't between two people, but between two versions of himself. The one he was by your side, and the one he doesn't yet know if he's ready to be. The enamorados show that he may be stuck at this crossroads, trying to understand whether he should go back, move forward, or wait for time to bring an answer that he himself cannot find. What if there is someone else involved? This card could be a sign that there is interference in your path. It doesn't necessarily mean that he is in a relationship, but that there may be an external energy influencing this connection. It could be someone from the past, it could be an unconscious fear, it could even be the pressure of an environment or people around it. The enamorados show that there is a choice to be made, but this choice may be being postponed because he still does not have enough clarity to decide. Does that mean he doesn't feel it? No. It means he still doesn't know what to do with what he feels. And you? What does this card mean for your own path? Because Os Enamorados doesn't just talk about him. This card reflects your moment, your energy, your internal dilemmas. Aren't you also experiencing this duality? Could it be that, deep down, you also feel like you need to make a choice, but are afraid of what that choice might mean? Tarot never provides ready-made answers, but it shines lights in the places that need to be seen. And now, the question is not just what he's going to do, but what you really want to live. Have you ever noticed how certain moments seem charged with meaning? As if the universe itself is trying to communicate with you? Small signs, coincidences that repeat themselves, sensations that arise without explanation. When the lovers appear, they bring that same energy, a silent call that echoes within you, waiting to be heard. And now, the question is not just what this letter reveals about him, but what it awakens in you. Love often manifests itself as a mirror. How you feel about this person reflects not only your desires, but also your fears, your insecurities, the places inside you that still seek answers. And Os Enamorados appears to show that this mirror is clearer than ever. If there is uncertainty, it is because something inside you is also seeking clarity. If there is waiting, perhaps it is because a part of you is still hesitant to take the next step. If there is a connection, it is because this energy vibrates within both of them, albeit in different ways. But have you ever stopped to look beyond the surface? Sometimes we get so caught up in other people's answers that we forget to ask ourselves what we really want. This card appears when destiny places two souls at a crossroads, but it's not enough to wait for the other person to choose a path. You also need to recognize yours. Is this connection still aligned with what you want to live? Does this story need an ending or a new beginning? Or are you waiting for something that deep down you already know won't come? Tarot illuminates possibilities, but never imposes certainties. It just shows that right now there is a decision to be made, and this decision can transform everything. The enamorados talk about desire, but they also talk about destiny, of encounters that are not casual, but that carry profound lessons, paths intertwined by forces that go beyond what we can see. If this card has appeared for you today, it is because this connection is vibrating strongly in the universe, and you can feel it. An insistent thought, a recurring dream, an intuition that won't leave you alone. These are all signs, and ignoring them doesn't make them go away. The question you should ask yourself now is not just about him, but about what this story represents on your journey. And that's why I want to know, when that letter appeared, what was the first sensation that came to your mind? Do you feel that this energy is already acting in your life? Comment below, I feel this connection, and let the universe know that you are ready to understand the signs. When the enamorados appear, they not only reveal feelings, but expose a moment of profound transformation. Love, in its purest essence, is never just a meeting of bodies or words. It is a magnetic field where two energies collide, merge, repel each other, and ultimately create something unique. But what happens when this magnetism is interrupted by doubts? When such an intense connection is confronted by hesitation, by fears that we may not even be aware of? This letter speaks exactly about this threshold, this invisible line between total surrender and uncertainty. And if you feel that something has changed between you, that he seems to be fighting something he can't explain, this energy could be a reflection of what spirituality is already trying to show you. There is a point in the journey of every relationship where illusions dissipate and what remains is the naked truth. The enamorados represent this moment. If he has been unstable, if one day he seems sure of everything and the next he moves away for no apparent reason, it is because something inside him is trying to understand this connection. He feels the call, but is he ready to answer it? Maybe he was afraid of what would come next, afraid of losing himself in what he felt. Or perhaps he is afraid that this surrender will change him forever, because true love does not allow anyone to remain the same. It transforms us, expands us, forces us to look within and face parts of ourselves that we often avoid. But the fate of love is not just in his hands. This card also calls you to deep reflection. If there is doubt in his heart, doesn't that doubt also exist within you? Because tarot energy never just shows what's on the outside, but reflects what's vibrating inside your soul. Could it be that, deep down, you're not waiting for him to make the choice you yourself fear making? Is his hesitation not, in some way, a mirror of his own uncertainty? The universe always finds ways to show us hidden truths, and this could be one of them. The enamorados bring a decisive moment. It does not always mean a separation, but it always indicates a watershed. Something needs to change. Something needs to be faced without filters, without excuses. If you feel that this relationship is at a critical point where everything can be resolved or undone, trust this intuition. Tarot never lies. It only reveals what your soul already knows, but perhaps your mind has not yet accepted. And now, more than ever, the destiny of love is unfolding before you. Fate never screams, it whispers. Small signs appear on the path, subtle, almost imperceptible, waiting for you to be attentive enough to recognize them. When the lovers emerge in a reading, they indicate that these signs are already all around you, silently shaping the future of this connection. Maybe you felt this, that moment when time seems to slow down, as if the universe is trying to show you something. An exchanged look that lasts longer than normal, a conversation interrupted by unspoken words, a touch that seems to carry hidden meanings. All of these are fragments of a destiny that is unfolding before you. But will this choice be made in time? Time is an essential element in this reading. The lovers don't talk about ready-made certainties, but about moments that require decision, and decisions cannot be postponed forever. There is a limit to hesitation, a point at which what could be crumbles into what never was. Do you feel like that moment is near, that something needs to be said, done, understood before this connection is lost, amidst the doubts? Because when this card appears, it brings a clear warning. The choices made now will echo in the future. What is happening between you right now is not a chance. It is not a passing encounter without consequences. It is a turning point, a moment of transformation. And the question that remains is, what will be the next step? Maybe he's waiting for a sign. Maybe he needs to feel like this connection is strong enough to get through any uncertainty. Or maybe he's still trying to understand something inside himself before making a definitive decision. But you can't live waiting for answers that may never come. The enamorados show that this choice is not just his, but also yours. Are you willing to wait? Do you feel this is the right path? Or has the universe deep down already given you all the answers you need? Feelings are in the air, vibrating intensely. But this card reminds us that feelings alone do not build destinies. Action is needed. It takes courage to follow the call of your heart. And if this reading has reached you, perhaps it is time to look beyond the unspoken words and see the truth that is already forming. So tell me, do you feel that this energy is acting on your love destiny? Write in the comments, I trust in the choice of the universe, and allow that decision to manifest itself in the way it needs to happen. If this reading resonated with you, write in the comments, I accept the truth. and allow this energy to manifest in your love destiny. Share this video with someone who also needs to see the signs of the universe. Sometimes a message like this arrives at the right time and can change everything. And if you want to continue unraveling the mysteries of tarot in love, subscribe to the channel right now and turn on notifications. Here, each reading can reveal something that you haven't noticed yet, but that is already happening in your life. Leave your like so that this energy continues to flow and so that more people can access these revelations. And before you leave, watch the next video that is already appearing on your screen. It provides answers that may go even deeper into what's to come, and you won't want to miss it.